getting skinny! Oh, I'm getting skinny!
So today I'm going to be talking about all of Blackpink's solo albums in the last couple of months. I thought of maybe ranking them, even though that could cause, a little tension, but I thought it would be a little bit fun, Especially since I haven't talked about any of their solo albums. I mean, clearly, but yeah, so I'm just gonna get into that. Also, I should do my little disclaimer that all my opinions are, my opinions, not fact. I have different music taste than a lot of people, apparently, allegedly, of course. So yeah. So at number four, maybe a little shock for some people, but it's Rosé. Usually others use another album as their least liked, but mine's was Rosé, and it's only because of the genre that she went for. Like she went for more of like a guitar girl, I heard Taylor Swift allegedly, and I was like, okay, that's not my kind of vibe really. But I did like three songs on the album. It's all based off of like first listen technically, but I did go back because I thought I saved the songs on my Spotify, and I was like, when I went back and I saw that I didn't save anything, I was like, I know I liked at least two songs on here. What were they? So I had to re-listen to this one and Jisoo's album because they were like the ones I haven't listened to in a while. But after I got my refresher, yeah, I think Rosé's was like my least favorite out of all of them. Um, so since I just skimmed through these songs, I don't think I'm going to do like a ranking of each song individually. Um, Maybe I'll do it for like the albums I actually liked further on. But even then, not all of their albums are like perfect, so obviously I can't rank all the songs. But I did like Game Boy, Drinks or Coffee, and Toxic Till the End. I've never been a huge fan of Patu, so that wasn't in one of my favorites of this album. But it's still a good song for those who obviously like it. It's a popular song, but it's not for me. I was actually surprised I liked Toxic Till the End, but it's not that big of a surprise. But it was for me. It was kind of a shock, and I was like, "Oh, it's a actually good song," and I like the music video. But I think, but my two absolute favorites from the albums are Game Boy or Drinks or Coffee. I think Game Boy is more on top for me. Um, and it might just be because of the beat, but Drinks of Coffee has that good beat too. So I don't know. But Rose, great vocals, obviously, all the time. Like I am never, upset when I hear Rose singing. Like I love when she opens her mouth to the mic. Like yeah, that's my girl. My third liked was Jisoo's album. Surprisingly, Amartage was actually a good project. Like, okay, for Rose, I had high hopes, and Jisoo, I didn't have that much of a high expectation. You know what I'm saying? Because like recently, her vocal skills have been like deteriorating. I blame that on YG because she sounds so much better like during debut time, and I feel like YG has this things where they make their vocalists sing in a certain way that ruins their vocals after a while. Like he did the same thing to 21 for some of the members, but when Jisoo opened her mouth to sing on this mic for Earthquake, I was like, oh yeah, this is she's still good. She's still here with us. I really thought we lost her to the actor's disease. Like, although it's only four songs, I wouldn't necessarily skip any of these songs when they come on the like on a shuffle or something. I wouldn't skip any of these songs because they're all good for what they are, right? And the genre doesn't really like, or the instrumentals don't really like bother me, or tire me out. Like I enjoyed Earthquake, Your Love, Tears, and Hugs and Kisses a lot. I did not save any of these songs on the initial listen, so I had to re-listen to it last night, and I was like, "Oh yeah, these songs are good." Like, but I haven't listened to them in a while, so I forgot all about them. But they're decent for what they are, and I was like, okay. And Jisoo's voice is pretty good on the tracks. I was pleasantly surprised. I'm just upset that it's only four songs. I was like, she really is the only one catering to Korea with this mini album because everyone else is doing a full set album. But regardless, the four songs are good. It's more than the amount of songs I liked on Rosé's album, which was only like three. So I guess it's a go for her. I mean, I'm just a random person, so it doesn't really matter. So number two, I have Jenny's album. Ruby was a good set of work, I guess. Like it's my second favorite, only because I don't like a majority of her B-sides. Like all her singles were so good that I thought her album was gonna be like the same thing. She basically single fished me, like I was catfished. I was really expecting like something fast paced, but then she really slowed it down as soon as the album started. I was so confused. She released Like Jenny as the music video to go along with the album. And I was so hyped from the song. I was like, oh, this album is going to be it. It's going to be the best one out of all of them. So I'm so ready. She's my bias in Blackpink. I was ready for this album, right? Like Jenny starts playing is the second song in the album. Then why does she slow it down to such a crashing halt when Start a War started? I was so confused. The vibe was thrown out the window. I was like, what just happened there? Cause like Jenny's play, I was like, oh yeah, 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 this is good. And then Start a War started. And so I think because of Start of War, the next two songs didn't really register in my brain while I was working out. So I was like, okay, I it's kind of boring me right now. And then Extra L started playing, and I was like, okay, now we're back to something. And then we get to Zen, and I'm tweeting. I'm like, is only her single songs going to be like the good parts of this album? Because I'm not getting anything. And then the next song started playing, which was I think Damn Like with Childish Gambino and Kali Uchis. And I was like, okay, that's a cute song. I like it. And then it was nothing again after that. I was so annoyed. My boredom with the album lasted until Starlight at that point, and I was like, okay, I'm not getting anything from this album. But then Starlight's beat changed, and I was like, okay, I could feel that. I'm feeling that. So then I was a little bit more hyped, just a little bit, tad, and I added Starlight to my favorites too. And then Twin started playing, and I was like, ugh. And then she brought that that guitar, and I was like, oh my god. I don't. I'm okay. Okay, I just had to skip it. So basically, all my favorite songs were her single songs. You know, she catfished me. She thought I was in. She thought I would. I thought I was being given the best album ever. Like each single was so good. Mantra, Extra L, Zen, Love Hangover was good. Like I think if I listened to Hangover without the music video, I probably wouldn't have liked it as much. But after I saw the music video and everything, I liked it. So I think maybe yeah, but every track that she had a music video for before the album came out, love those. I don't know about after because I think she just released the one with Dua Lipa. Um, but yeah, everything was good until the other songs came out, like the side tracks that came out, and I was like, ah, I'm kind of bored. I wasn't expecting it to be bored. Like I was expecting, not another Rosé type album, if you know what I'm saying, like the genre, the slow down or whatever. I was like, I'm not feeling that right now. Maybe I'll give it another listen because I was giving the Dua Lipa and the other song the IE song listen just now when I went to go listen to them again. And the first couple seconds, I was like, okay, maybe I was just like so put off with Start of War that I just blanked out on the rest of the songs until Extra L started playing. So maybe I'll go back and re listen to those songs. But right now, it's not a lot of only the single tracks that I liked, except for the Childish Gambino song and the Starlight song I liked. And like I also like the intro at first listen, not so much right now, but it was still pretty good when I first listened to it, so I guess it's a good intro. Her singles did not match the vibe of the album that I thought I was going to be getting. So now my favorite Blackpink solo album has to be Lisa's album. And that's kind of a shock for me. Well, not really, because I did like most of her solo music I've first listened. Um, but yeah, I didn't expect her to be like my favorite album out of all the Blackpink solos. But then here we are now. So for me, Lisa's album matched Lisa's singles. I knew what I was going to get when I got the album. You know what I'm saying? When it was Jenny, I was catfished by her solos. But when it was Lisa, the solos matched what she was giving me. And since I already liked the solos like Rockstar and New Woman, I was like, okay, I know I'm going to eat this album up. Moonlight Floor, I didn't listen to at first until this album came out because I was like, when am I listening to a song about a freshman for? And then Born Again is a good song. It's not my favorite because of like, the beat and everything. It's kind of like outdated-ish, but it's a good song still. Like I'm not skipping it when it comes on, you know what I'm saying? Like Doja Cat, Ray, and Lisa ate that up. My absolute favorite songs from the album, though, were Elastigirl and When I'm With You featuring Tyler. Those songs are absolute bops. Like, I love those songs down. I know people are complaining about how most of the songs are about her flexing. I have a international music brain. I don't register lyrics off first listen or any listen after that because I don't care unless it's like a Nicki Minaj song, which I'm learning the lyrics to. I really don't care. I'll make my own lyrics as long as the beat and the vocals or the rapping sounds good on the beat. I don't care. We could be rapping about chicken fried rice. I'll have a little laugh, but if it's good, I'm gonna be listening to it still. You know what I'm saying? Like besides Dream, all her slow songs weren't really slow, which I love that. I don't like ballads. Lisa does not need to be doing no ballads. And she understood that. That's why she didn't give us any except for Dream. Technically, like Chill and Moonlight Floor, I mean, they're pop songs, but they're pop ballads, you know? But it's like on a beat that's faster than a regular ballad, so I don't know if that's counted as one. But either way, good songs. I love them all. No notes. I'm not skipping any. Well, I did add Thunder at first after I listened to Elastigirl. So see, this is what happened, right? Like for Jenny's album, like Jenny started playing, then Started War started, and then I lost it for like until Extra L started playing. For Lisa's album, Elastigirl played, and I was feeling it, and then Thunder played right after on the first listen, and I was feeling it because of Elastigirl. But still, Thunder's still a good song. But when I was just listening to it, I was like, okay, I could kind of skip this every now and then. Like, it's not my absolute favorite. Oh, also, I'll skip the F Up the World song featuring Future. I don't like male rappers all that much. Like, I have a select few of male rappers that I listen to. So I was just gonna skip that and go to like the solo version. Um the Megan Thee Stallion song version of the next song, what's it called? Rapunzel. That's a good song, but I don't know. I'll probably listen to the solo version too, unless the Megan Thee Stallion version comes out. I'm not skipping it. I like the future one. Like I'll let it go through because it's not like Megan Thee Stallion sounds bad on the track. Like I'll listen to her, as a barb. I just it's just my thing. Sometimes I'll skip it, but I used to like Megan Thee Stallion a lot more too. So I'll let go of my bias. Also, I want to know if Bad Girl and Rapunzel have like sample on them because they sound so familiar to old school songs or like songs from like the 2000s, but I just don't remember the name. And I was like, wait a minute, this sounds so familiar, but it's not familiar at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Since I pretty much like Lisa's whole album, I'll try to rank them. Um, I'll probably put it on the screen right now. But yeah, I don't know. I'm love all the songs pretty much. It's not a skip album to be honest. Like I'll actually listen to this album just on its own. So in total, Rosé's album, the singles matched the album tracks, but I wasn't a fan of either or. Jisoo's album, Earthquake, the single Earthquake matches her three other solo sides. Jennie's album singles didn't match the rest of the album, and Lisa's album, the singles matched the rest of the album. So that's why I kind of ranked everything that this way, if that makes sense.